As monster movies go, zombies have to be my all-time favourite out of all of them. This isn't a review of zombie movies, this is just my pick of my favourites. Plus, we'll look at some of the most popular zombie games ever. These will be shown over 2 videos, so let's get started with the movie side of these videos. So welcome to Brainzzzz, the Zombie Tribute Part 1. And where else a better place to start than Night of the Living Dead. This is one of my all-time favourite movies. When I was a teenager, I never appreciated it, how good it was when it was shot in black and white when colour was available. It's about a group of survivors trying to survive against a zombie horde. Like I said before, with these videos I ain't giving away spoilers. I really want people to see these movies. This movie today is still one of the best ones. A lot of horror movies come out now and some of them are not really good. This one I can put in any day and I absolutely love it. And thanks to this movie, I finally appreciate movies like, say, like Dracula and Frankenstein from 1920s and like Nosferatu and that now. So thanks to this movie, I can appreciate such classics as that. It truly is one of the all-time classics. I recommend it to anybody that's a horror fan or even a movie fan. Dawn of the Dead is considered one of the greatest zombie movies ever made, and it is one of my favourites again. George A. Romero came back, and this time the survivors take refuge in a shopping mall, which you've probably seen in a game like Dead Rising, but this one done it first, and it opens up all sorts of scenarios for them to fight the zombie horde. This is also the early work of Tom Savini, who is also one of the greats when it comes to makeup and special effects. He is one of the classics. This movie was absolutely fantastic. Sequels came, like Day of the Dead, which was okay. It wasn't one of my favourites, but it was a good movie, especially a good zombie movie. Some of the good gore scenes in this as well. Land of the Dead was okay as well. Not my favourite, but look who makes a return. Yep, Tom Savini again. Diary of the Dead is not my favourite. Done like a Blair Witch style, it wasn't really good. Now, this movie needs no introduction. It is one of my favourites. The Evil Dead. I seen this when I was a young kid, thanks to my cousin John. He scared the shit out of me when I was a young boy when I first seen it. But now, it is one of my all-time favourite trilogies. A group of teenagers go to a cabin. They find a book of the Dead. Inked in blood and bound in human flesh, this book wasn't meant for the world of the living, and it possesses people and calls them deadites. Bruce Campbell stars as the role of Ash, who must survive the night against the deadites. And he's a pussy, that's the best way to describe this movie. This is gory as hell. This movie got banned, but Bruce Campbell came back with Sam Raimi to do Evil Dead 2, and this is an absolute classic. Starts off like the first movie, but then takes a different direction when the head of his dead girlfriend Linda comes back, bites him in the hand, and that hand gets possessed. And what follows is one of the funniest scenes ever. I'm not going to give it away, but if that hand starts to piss you off, show it's who's boss, drop that fucker off.
Who's laughing now?
Ooh, that looks so, doesn't it? But this movie is fantastic. It is one of my all-time favourites, and Bruce Campbell is fantastic. He is a horror icon at best. More survivors show up and they need to send Evil back, but Pages are down in the cellar with one of the deadites. So, what happens? Ash has got to go back and get up. Now, everyone knows the rules of zombie movies. You use a shotgun or you use a chainsaw, and that is kind of like the best tools you can ever get in games, used into the advantage. What follows, I can only say, is absolutely sheer epic. Sheer brilliance. Ash managed to send the evil back to the medieval times. Evil Dead 3 would later become the Army of Darkness, and this just shows how good Ash becomes. He is a total hero badass with some of the greatest one-liners ever in a movie.
This is my boomstick! Lady, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave the store.
Who the hell are you?
Name's Ash.
And also, you may have noticed, some are still from Duke Nukem as well.
Hail to the king, baby. Yo, she-bitch. Let's go.
So that's just coming to the end of this video. Be sure to tune in to part 2 for Brainzzzz, a zombie tribute, and please check out these movies, they're absolutely fantastic.
Hey, I'll swallow your soul. I'll swallow your soul. I'll swallow your soul.
Swallow this.